Hi everyone, Michael Gimity here. Before you remove caries when you anticipate that there might be a need for a root canal, make sure that you test the tooth before proceeding with the caries removal if you're in the clinic. After this, you're going to remove caries alongside an endo access like we will in this case. So first you should start with your access, which in this case is going to be an oval. And then you're going to open your box towards where the caries is. Now, we know where the caries is on this one because we can see it. So open your box like this is a class 2 to start removing the decay. The main thing that you need to keep in mind throughout this entire process is to not touch the pulpal floor at any point in time. So if you're going to be taking the caries out, you need to take the caries from along the wall, open your box like this is a class 2, and then here is the box with the caries still remaining. So I just need to use the wall to keep removing the decay. Again, I am not touching the pulpal floor. Now, we have been using a high-speed handpiece and will throughout this video, but once a lot of the caries have been removed and you are towards your refining phase, like we are here, you can either switch to a slow-speed handpiece with a round burr or use a spoon excavator to remove the decay. The tactile sensation of the decay is one of the most important things that you need to learn for virtually all of dentistry. It will feel significantly softer than the tooth structure, and if you scrape it with your spoon excavator, if caries scrape up with it, then you know that you still need to remove decay. Again, we need to reiterate that you should not be touching the pulpal floor for any part of this procedure. You're really focusing on the walls and the box. You need to make sure that all of the caries are removed, especially at the margin for your restoration. Now, in a situation where caries extend all the way to the pulpal floor, in this situation, you need to remove all of the caries no matter what. So be very careful and use a spoon excavator on the pulpal floor to remove all of the caries. When you feel like all of the caries are removed, run over the surface with a spoon excavator or an explorer. If all the caries are removed, it should feel smooth and not mushy anywhere. Now, if you're performing caries removal in the clinic for an O&R, where you're trying to see if the tooth is restorable or if there will be a pulp exposure and a need for endo, you need to avoid exposing the pulp as much as you can. Sometimes it is inevitable. If there is a pulp exposure, you should go ahead and achieve hemostasis, place Dical over the pulp exposure, and then IRM over it as a temporary restoration, and follow the rest of the pulp exposure protocol for the clinic. But if all of the caries are removed, then you are finished with your procedure, you will go ahead and place your restoration over the cavity, whether that's your temporary restoration or your permanent restoration. Then, if it is a tooth that you know needs endo and you can do it in the clinic, you will come get one of us in the endo department for a consult, and we will check to see if this is a case you can do here in the clinic. If so, we can get your patient scheduled, and if not, if this is a case that still needs endo but is not suitable for the pre-doctoral clinic, we will then refer it to our advanced endodontic program. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please let me know if you have any other questions, and feel free to come ask us if you have questions about any of these processes, especially for removing caries in the clinic within the endo department. Thank you.